Hello, Margot. Can we talk?
Oh, hello, Pamela. What is it? Is it some kind of emergency?
I just heard something from another girl in the same department. You're in that mountain climbing club, right? And I hear you're planning a spring climbing tour?
Yeah, that's right. We're planning an overnight hike. We'll be sleeping in tents. The weather is perfect and the leaves will be changing color about now. It will be quite beautiful around this time of year.
I also heard that Mr. Holden in the HR department will be taking the trip. Is that true?
Yeah, that's right. Jim's a member of the mountain climbing club, so yeah, he'll be joining us.
Oh, really? That's great. About this trip. Would it be okay if I join this trip?
I didn't know you had an interest in mountain climbing, Pamela.
Well, yeah. I don't really have a lot of interest in mountain climbing. It's just that I wanted to get to know Mr. Holden a bit more.
Oh, I see. So that's what this is about, huh? Well, it's not a very high mountain, and a beginner can climb it no problem. I don't see a problem if you join us. The only thing to keep in mind is that you don't do anything dangerous or anything that would disrupt the others. If you can abide by these rules, you can join us.
Great! That's wonderful. Okay, I want to join.
All right then, I'll talk to the team later about it. Oh, yeah, we're going to be camping in tents partway up. So you're going to have to bring your own stuff. Tent, sleeping bag, all the necessary stuff for camping and hiking. You probably don't own any stuff like that, I suppose. You don't have any mountain climbing gear like a down jacket, cooking utensils, hiking boots? Do you want me to recommend a tent that even a first-timer can assemble?
Oh, thanks, but I'm okay. I have a little experience camping and hiking.
Oh, really? Wow. I didn't expect you to be the type to own any stuff like that. So, I guess you know what to prepare. You have the right clothes?
I want to make a good impression on Mr. Holden, so I'm planning to wear this.
Are you planning to wear this on a hiking trip?
Yep, that's right. This outfit is so cute. He'll love it. It's actually very easy to move around in. This is gonna be super fun.
You do realize that this is not a picnic? I said a first-timer could climb it, but it is nevertheless a mountain, so it could be a little dangerous climbing in that outfit. Could get hooked on branches and such. Doesn't seem too warm either. Is it waterproof? It gets pretty cold at night, so I suggest you wear something a little warmer.
Huh? You mean like hiking clothes? Like that baggy outfit you were wearing in that photo? Actually, I want to impress Jim with my kind of hiking outfit. I really can't wear something like that. I would look like some guy. It would completely mask my shapely figure.
Mountain climbing is not about fashion or showing off your figure. I'm telling you from experience, going in an outfit like that could be dangerous. And those shoes. The mountain trail is not paved. There are rocks and branches lying all over the place. You need proper hiking boots.
Don't worry about it. I'll be fine. Last summer, I went to Yosemite National Park with my family. I wore a pair of tennis shoes the whole trip. Never had a problem. We camped out near the lodge. It was really fun.
Hold on a second. You mean to tell me that your camping and hiking expertise was at Yosemite and a family campsite?
Yes, that's right. We cheated a little bit with the lodge nearby, going to the bathroom and all.
Well, if that's the case, now that you were way out in the wilderness of Yosemite, that certainly would be impressive. But the campsite at the lodge? I'm sure there are plenty of other families around, right?
Yeah, it was summer, so it was pretty crowded. There were a bunch of camping cars in the parking lot area, too. Wish we had one of those.
So, it was more like a picnic rather than a real mountain climbing trip, am I right? This trip is a little different. There is no lodge nearby, and you'd have to pee in the woods. You would have to climb for miles up rough mountain trails, and if it rans, through the mud. What's more, you have to carry your own tent, sleeping bag, mattress, everything.
I know all that, don't worry. I can handle a little rough terrain, no problem. You want to be fashionable, you have to take a little abuse, right? Like with high heels.
Yeah, right, but at night it gets pretty cold. You go in that outfit and you'll freeze to death. Make sure you bring a warm jacket, preferably a down jacket and a warm sleeping bag.
Oh, come on, it can't be that bad. When we went to Yosemite, I slept like a log in the tent. When you climb a mountain, you climb closer to the sun. Obviously, you get warmer, right?
Are you serious? Didn't you study geography in school? Anyway, if you want to join us on this trip, you have to have the right outfit and equipment. You have to be 100% up to the task.
No way, I can't do that. How am I supposed to impress Jim if I dress in that kind of clothes? I would look like a construction worker. Next thing you'll say is that I need a helmet. I plan to go in the cutest and most fashionable outfit. So there.
I can't allow it. If you're coming on this trip, you have to prepare the right outfit and equipment. If you check on the internet, it will show you a list of things you need for overnight mountain climbing trip. I suggest you check it out.
Oh, please, Margot, I know you're my senior in the office, but this jealousy thing is not very becoming.
Huh? Jealousy?
Yeah, I mean, you're the only woman in the club, right? And I know you have an eye out for Jim. So, you're jealous that I want to join. That's it, right?
Huh? Who even suggested that?
I know you're jealous of me. You want to make me dress in some drab outfit and make yourself look good, am I right? You're trying to draw us apart. I'm sure of it. I didn't realize you were such a jealous woman.
I really don't know what you're talking about. This has nothing to do with mountain climbing. Mountain climbing is not as easy as it sounds, and it can get very dangerous. The weather can change, someone can get injured. There are lots of risks involved, and you want to join us in that outfit. I just can't allow it. All I'm saying is that you need to be prepared for your own good.
That's just all an excuse. You're just envious, I know it. I really can't believe you, Margot. I mean, trying to stand in the way of me and Jim, you have no right to do that.
How can I explain this to you? All right, I have nothing else to say then. But all I have to say is, just do a little research on what you need to prepare or you'll regret it. If anything happens, it's on you. You are responsible for your actions. You got that? I will not help you if you're in trouble. Just remember that.
Yeah, now you're talking. I'm really going to show Jim. He'll be really impressed with my outfit. I'm sure of it. Oh, yeah, Margot, if you want to get a guy, I would dump those baggy outdoor stuff with something a little more fashionable. Oh, hey, we could go together. I'll pick you out some nice clothes. My fashion sense is out of this world.
No thanks. I will just concentrate on mountain climbing. Don't come crying to me later.
Margot, please help me. I'm freezing my ass off.
Yeah, I can imagine. I knew it would turn out this way. You should have taken my advice.
My feet hurt, and I'm starving. I can't get this tent up. Please help. Why won't anybody help me? Last summer, when we went camping in Yosemite, all the guys put up our tents and laid out the sleeping bags.
Like I said, up here you do all that yourself. You carry your own equipment, and you set up your own tent. That's basic. You should have predicted setting up the tent before you came, and you should have set up the tent way before it got dark. You're the only one who hasn't even started. And, sorry to say, nobody intends to help you. Up here, you're on your own.
Huh? Why won't they help me?
Because everyone's pissed at you. That's why.
Huh? What do you mean?
Hey, Pamela, do you not realize that you've been a total pain in the ass this whole time? I warned you countless times, and you still chose to come in that outfit and those shoes. When we first gathered, everyone was so worried and even suggested renting the proper equipment at the lodge. But you insisted that you would be fine and shunned everyone's advice. Well, once we got going, what do you know? You had some sore feet. Blisters on your feet from those shoes. You would like to take a break anytime you felt like it and try to get others to carry your stuff. You just disturbed everyone's pace. We couldn't very well leave you behind. You were a total pain. That's why everyone is pissed at you. Don't expect anyone to help.
But what can I say? I didn't expect it to be so rough. And Margot, you said even a beginner would be able to climb it.
If you had the proper outfit and equipment, this mountain is a breeze. You saw those kids that came after us. They were like 10 or 12 years old. But you came in normal city clothes and tennis shoes. Please. And you bring all your stuff in a big shoulder bag with these little trinkets hanging off it. And moreover, you didn't even bring any proper food or clothing gear, begging others for extra food and hot water.
But camping means barbecue, right? That's why I brought a lot of stuff to cook. But nobody brought along a grill to cook all the stuff. What was I supposed to do?
Did you really expect someone to carry a big old barbecue grill? Are you nuts? Nobody in their right mind brings raw meat and vegetables on an overnight mountain climbing trip. We usually carry dried foods and canned goods, something you can heat up in a tiny stove. Everyone brings their own food and cooks their own stuff. That's the rule. It's completely different from what you're used to. This is not about driving to a campsite and preparing a barbecue. All you had to do was do a bit of research on the net, as I suggested.
But
No buts about it. Because of you, our arrival at the camp spot was delayed considerably. It was already getting dark by the time we started setting up our tents. We have an early start in the morning, so we really wanted to get things set up early. But you kept taking breaks every few minutes, and when we arrived, you kept pestering everyone to help set up your tent. I mean, who do you think you are? A princess or something? This whole trip that we were all looking forward to was a total disaster. This is all on you.
But I couldn't help it. All I wanted was to have Jim say I was cute. That's all. What's wrong with that? I wanted to enjoy the scenery and barbecue with him. That's all. You understand, don't you?
Jim was probably the one that was the most pissed off. He loves mountain climbing. He's even been overseas. He said that you have no respect for the mountains, a complete disregard for nature. He's completely fed up with you. He's furious.
Huh? Are you serious? Does he hate me now? Oh, what am I gonna do?
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't hate you. The mountains can be beautiful, but the beauty can also be dangerous. If you really wanted to appeal Jim, you should have worn the proper mountain climbing gear and did a little research before you joined us.
Oh my god, this is not happening! What am I supposed to do now? Am I even going to survive?
How am I supposed to know? You got yourself in this predicament. Figure it out for yourself.
I hate this. I'm freezing. I'm hungry and the bugs. Ugh. Do something about these bugs, please. Anyway, I'm freezing my ass off in here. Can I go to your tent, Margot? Please tell me where you are. I don't know which tent you're in. Are you over by the ridge?
That's impossible. This is a one-man tent. There isn't enough room. I'm sure everyone else is asleep by now. So you're just going to have to suck it up and sleep in that tent.
But my tent hasn't even been set up yet. I didn't even bring a blanket. I'm too cold. I can't sleep.
I told you a million times. You're responsible for everything you do. I have no intention of helping you. Just make sure you don't freeze to death.
No, please, Margot. Please help me.
Just try to get some sleep. We have an early morning start. Good night, Pamela.
Oh, please, Margot, don't leave me out here all alone.
The next morning, I went over to where Pamela had set up her tent. She apparently never got the tent set up. She was instead wrapping up in it. She was shivering with cold. I felt pity for her and cooked her some hot instant soup. I discussed the situation with the others and opted to take her back down the mountain. Fortunately, all she suffered was a mild cold and recovered after a day of rest. But she lost all respect from all the club members, especially Jim, who was still furious with her for ruining the whole trip. He no longer wanted to have anything to do with her. Other than work, he avoided her at the office whenever possible. As for Pamela, she was distraught. Not for the mess she made, but for ruining her chance at winning Jim's heart. If you just go off on your own and not take the advice of others, you end up reaping the consequences. After about a week, I decided to climb that same mountain again, alone. I was able to enjoy the beautiful scenery from the top. So serene and quiet. Mountain climbing can be a hazardous sport, but if you have the right equipment and dress properly, and the right attitude, it can really be a wonderful experience.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.